Welcome to Robot VARNAC Woodworking Design. Today's video is about looking at furniture design for ideas that you can use in your own work. For example, let's start at a big city like New York and look at furniture for design ideas. A good thing about places like Craigslist is they have more pictures than you would see on a regular internet image search, for example, and they have different perspectives like you can see here. So they have more pictures that you can see and look at than if you just did a regular image search, for example. And you can learn a lot by reading the descriptions for time periods. For example, when an item of furniture is made. For example, mid-century usually means the 1950s. So I guess mid-century sounds more fancy than saying 1950s, tall boy. So let's keep looking. So you get a good idea of different designs and design ideas for different time periods through history. In a large city like New York will have lots of furniture for sale. For example, at the time of this video there's 10,000 listings here for furniture. And by looking at different furniture times and periods, you can see like what kind of wood finishes were popular at a time. Like if you want to recreate a item of furniture from a past time period or combine different design elements in a new idea for furniture, you can see different ideas. For example, get a load of these legs on these coffee and end tables, for example. You could incorporate such ideas into your own woodworking design. So you want to look for different design ideas that you can use in your own work and build upon new ideas and create new designs of your own. A lot of people just build stuff that have pre-plans that you see in a magazine, for example, but if you can build and design your own furniture, why settle for a simple design that you see published in a magazine that everybody else would have? You can come up with your own ideas. So you get a good idea of how furniture is manufactured in different time periods, so you can incorporate such construction methods into your own work. For example, a coffee table. If you want to build your own coffee table, for example, you might have like those drop leaf ideas, for example, for different what kind of furniture finishes were popular in different time periods, for example, and period of design like colonial, modern, or different design ideas. Here's another mid-century tall dresser. You get a good idea of what furniture looked like from a past time period. Like if you wanted to recreate that look today in your own work, or borrow ideas from it to incorporate into your own work. In other words, making a derivative design that you can call your own. Wooden workbench, it looks like. What is this thing? Looks like it could be walnut, but there's only one picture to look at. You could also see what ideas were popular, like I guess a modern idea now is incorporating wood top with metal legs, for example. So you get a good idea of what design elements were popular at a time and what those ideas looked like. For example, a half moon table. Perhaps you want to incorporate the rounded table on a wall idea like this, and you can see different perspectives, so you can be able to make your own design drawings, which we'll talk about in another video for making takeoff drawings for designs. So make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss upcoming videos as well. Let's continue looking so you get a good idea of different design elements to look for. As you can see, there's lots of different designs here that you could get ideas from. Of course, it'd be nice if people took better pictures, but that's another story. And if you're looking to design and build your own work, you could get a good idea of what people are charging for similar kind of work that you would be trying to do as well. For example, New York is a big city, so there's lots of people there, and you could check again and see if the items are sold, or if you see them on there for months at a time, that means they're not selling. So you can use that as a good indicator of marketability for your designs too. There's lots of pictures. There's 10,000 items to look at, but we're not going to look at 10,000 items today, but you get a good idea of things to look for on your own. For example, you could see how people glue together different species of woods for these different color combinations, and use the hairpin legs for complete the design. So you get a good idea of what kind of products are out there and what other woodworkers are doing to make and sell their items. Here's a design. If you have a CNC router, you could probably recreate such designs on the three-dimensional router lathe nowadays. So such designs could be made more popular again if they're done with a more up-to-date look. But you could tell it's just probably pressed particle board for its time and pressed into that shape in a factory, but it could be redone again today with a CNC lathe for router, for example. With a CNC router, you can make the different panels and attach them to a basic cabinet. As you know, most cabinetry is a simple box with details added, like this desk here, for example. You have your simple cabinet and the drawers attached into the carcass cabinet, and that's most cabinetry is basically simple boxes. And you can see how they're fit and finish with the dovetailing here. As you can see in the older furniture, they used real hardwood for the constructing the drawer, but you could tell from the wear on the top, it's just a Formica melamine top with a wooden veneers. here's another wooden desk. What kind of material here? It's like distressed wood. You can almost see the hammer marks that they used to make it look distressed. With only one picture. Those legs look like the ones you'd see in a woodworking magazine today. But with only one picture to see, it's hard to tell exactly. Did they glue the pieces together, or was it, how do they assemble the top, if it's just two pieces fitted together up there, or if it's glued together or not? Everybody needs a treasure chest. You can see it's actual metal work with wood design, unless it could be painted wood design. But it looks like wood, metal. You can see how they cut the metal edging to recreate the look. So you can actually use sheet metal, painted sheet metal, to recreate that look today, and use off-the-shelf cabinet hardware to recreate that look, and use metal strapping and to recreate that look by snipping the metal to create the camelback for the traditional treasure chest shape. So lots of ideas that you could get from looking on furniture listings on Craigslist, for example. Everybody needs a display table. They're easy to make too. You can just cut wood in circles and put use old legs, for example, depending on the condition of the table, or you have to make your own, or rework some old items you have laying around to make a new item of furniture, for example. Perhaps to use in a retail store or something or another. It's all in your imagination what you can do. And of course you have the simple flat bookcase designs too, like this with wood and it looks like aluminum with adjustable. You can see how they bolt the shelves together to fit it together, so it's very simple. And of course there's the Georgian mahogany expanding game table. This could be a real antique. They don't make them like this anymore. That would be old. 1940s. It would sure look to fit the bill for 1940s for only $129 with 3 table leaves. That would probably be a good bargain. And it stretches to 78-inch long, so you could actually do the 2 people at the long conference table routine like you see in the movies. Also you could see the different design elements from different periods, like this chair, for example. You could see how the wood looks more organic and shaped from the 1950s than it does today. They don't make chairs like that anymore. One more page and that'll be it for this video. Let's see what else there's on this one last page. solid table and 4 chairs. It'd be nice if they showed the aprons of the table, how the legs are attached to the table. But looking at the picture, you can see that's manufactured from small little pieces of wood glued together to make the tabletop. And here's another design idea, incorporating glass and wood together in one piece of furniture. Of course, if you use glass in furniture, it should be tempered glass so it doesn't shatter like regular plate glass. But that's an idea to consider, is incorporating glass and wood and metal together, for example, for different design ideas. Because the items placed under the glass would be visible and help keep dust down and keep them clean, for example. Or you could have use it as a small end table and have the items visible while having being able to place stuff on top of the table. Here's another idea of making more open designs with wood than otherwise possible. You could see how they had a 90-degree corner in there, and they attached the shelves and routed the edges to make the sides open while still being strong. Yeah, you could see how they put the screw holes in the sides of the corner here to hold the thing together. It looks like particle board because you can see the design printed on there. And you get a scale of size because they put the tape measure on there. So that's another idea, using making open work design like this too. And perhaps you can combine one of the design ideas we've seen and then different design elements together into different pieces of furniture that you make. Instead of a nightstand, it could be like a much taller open shelf unit, for example, for displaying knickknacks. Another classic nightstand with open, showing the classic carcass design with an open box with a drawer installed on feet. We're showing different, some of these people have different items of furniture for sale, so you get to see more items and as well. As for example, here's another old-fashioned design of chairs. How you can see how they made the carving on the back of the chair, for example. Perhaps you can, with a CNC router today, you could recreate that design on a new material, and you could see how the front legs would be fancily carved and the back legs are always plain, because the servants pushing the people into the chair were standing behind them, and the people using the chair never really seen the back legs of the chair. So the front legs of the chair would be carved so more fancy than the back legs. hope this video has given you some ideas that you can use in your own woodworking design ideas. Come again next time for another Robot VARNAC video. So remember to like, subscribe, and by all means comment. What is your favorite wood design and furniture style and finish ideas? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you next time.